अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीपाद प्रसवाचकचर्य स्त्रोत्र सदसंग श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीपाद प्रसवाचकचर्य स्त्रोत्र सदसंग श्रीमद गौर किशोर दास महाराज की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। All glories to Symbol Divinity. All glories to Symbol Divinity. All glories, all glories, all glories, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Shri Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरान्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सन्दभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसदी गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कुंगरुद्वाचालं बंगुं लंगायते गिरिमित्रपातं मुंद श्रीग्रोधनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचतनीश्वरम्। नमावां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतलक्ष्मते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिते नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पश्चात्यधीशतारिणे। Today we are in open Canto 4, Chapter 8, text number 73. Chapter entitled Dhruva Maharaj leaves home for the forest. द्वितीयं च तथा मासं षष्ठे षष्ठेर्भको दिने तृणपर्णादिभिः शीर्णैः कृतानोऽभ्यर्चयन् विभुम् द्वितीयं च तथा मासं षष्ठे षष्ठेर्भको दिने तृणपर्णादिभिः शीर्णैः कृतानोऽभ्यर्चयन् विभुम्
द्वितीयां च तथा मासं षष्ठे षष्ठेर्भको दिने शीर्णे कृतानोऽभ्यर्चयन् विभुम् द्वितीयं च तथा मासं षष्ठे षष्ठेर्भको दिने तृणपर्णादिभिः शीर्णे तानो अभ्यर्चयान् विभुम्
द्वितीयं, the next month, cha, also, tatha, as mentioned above, masam, month, shashte, every sixth day, arbakaha, the innocent boy, dini, on days, truna parna adibihi, by grasses and leaves, sirnaihi, which were dry, kruta annaha, made for his food, Apyarchayan, and thus continued his method of worship. Vibhum, for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Translation. In the second month, Dhruva Maharaj ate only every 6 days, and for his eatables, he took dry grass and leaves. Thus he continued his worship. There is no purport. We are going next. Tritiyam chanayanmasam navame hani abhaksha uttamaslokam upadhavat samadhina. The third month he drank the water. He drank water only every 9 days. Thus he remained completely in trance and worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is adored by selected verses. Chaturdam api vaimasam dvadase hani Vayubhaksho jitasvaso dhyayan devam adharayat. In the fourth month, the Dhruva Maharaj became a complete master of the breathing exercise, and thus he inhaled air only every 12th day. In this way, he became completely fixed in his position and worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Panchame masya niprapte jitasvaso rupatmajaha dhyayan brahma padaikena tastau sthanur ivachalaha. By fifth month, Maharaj Dhruva, the son of the king, had controlled his breathing so perfectly that he was able to stand on only one leg, just as a column stands without motion, and concentrate his mind fully on the Parabrahman. Sarvatoman akarshya hridibhutendriyasayam dhyayan bhagavata rupam nadrakshit kinchanarparam. He completely controlled his senses and their objects, and in this way he fixed his mind without diversion to anything else upon the form of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. The yogic principles of meditation are clearly explained here. One has to fix one's mind upon the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead without diversion to any other objective. It is not that one can meditate or concentrate on an impersonal objective. To try to do so is simply waste of time, for it is unnecessarily troublesome, as explained in Gita. I neither have any qualification nor do I have any realization. I seek blessings of everyone, so that whatever I heard in the past, I'm just repeating it. I'm just going to repeat. Thank you. Actually, I'm very grateful to the providence that I got to read these verses. How many of you are inspired? Amazing, right? He's only 5-year-old boy. What a determination, huh? Amazing, you know. First month he ate only fruits and berries on every third day. He came to Madhuvan, and he started on a very high scale in the first month itself. On every third day, he started eating fruits, not every day. On every third day, he would eat fruits. Then the next month he felt, I think this is too much. Second month, he ate only on every sixth day he ate. And what was he eating? Dry grass. Dry grass doesn't have any juice. Dry grass and leaves. You know? And the third month, he drank only water. He felt that also. Because there is some solid going into the body. You have to go for evacuation and all. He said, no, Third month, he drank water every 9th day. Wow. And the 4th month, what he did, he started breathing only on the 12th day. He stopped drinking water, and the 12th day, he would inhale, like, stop, everyone stop your breath. And imagine breathing on the 12th day only again. And how old is he? Shree, how old are you? You're 7, huh? Oh, really? Okay. I thought you're 4. So, anyway, Shree is 7. So, Prahlad was younger than Shree actually. 5. On every 12th day only he was breathing. But he continued his worship. Not that he was not worshipping, he was worshipping. And 5th month, he thought this breathing is also waste. So, uh, 5th month, he controlled his breathing so perfectly. So instead of standing on 2 legs, he stood on 1 leg. And he focused and fully focused. Then the next verse, he'll stop the breath. What he will do? He'll stop the breathing also. If you stop your breathing, the nature's breathing will stop because everything is connected. Super soul, right? Once he stops his breathing, everyone starts choking because everything is connected with the breath by the super soul. Wow. Though it is Ashtanga, still, Dhyana Dharana Samadhi, very advanced state. He withdrew his consciousness from sense objects and fully focused dharana. Then, and he mouse breathes for 500 times an hour. 500 times. So that's why mouse is very unsteady. Monkey, they breathe very fast. So, like mouse, very unsteady, fearful. Same thing with monkey also. Breath and mind, direct control. Breath and mind, they're directly connected. Elephant, it doesn't breathe. I know the numbers. Elephant breathes very slowly. So when the elephant goes on the road, so many dogs will be barking. But elephant doesn't care. Oh. So, um, to the extent when our consciousness is external, then we have very little control on the inner mechanism of the body. That's why real spirituality is internalizing. Ashtanga yoga has 8 parts. First 4 are called yoga ruksha. Next 4 are called yoga rudha. Yama niyama asana pranayam. First 4. 6th chapter Gita. Yama niyam asana. Dhara pranayam. Pratyahara, dhyana, dharana, samadhi. The next 4 are yoga rudha. So their dhyana is 6th. For bhakti yogi, dhyana is 3rd. Shravana Kirtana Vishnu, Smaranam. Smaranam is dhyana is 3rd. So for dhyan to happen, Shravanam and Kirtanam they have to go very nicely. Prabhupada says this Ashtanga is for somebody who cannot control the mind. For a bhakti yogi, very easy. How? Shravanam and Kirtanam. Just chant nicely Hear the holy name nicely, chant nicely. That's it. Whatever they are going through, Prabhupada says in 6th chapter Bhagavad Gita, mechanical meditation is for somebody who is too much bodily absorbed. But even if you are too much bodily absorbed, if you employ the techniques, Kali Yuga, we are all very difficult. Is it easy? Arjuna is telling Bhagavad Gita, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Chanchala Himana Krishna Pramati Balvadrudam Yasyaham Nigraham Manya Vairevas Dushkaram. I can control the cyclonic wind, Arjuna Krishna, with my arrows, but I cannot control my mind. This is Satyuga, the process of meditation. But at the end of Dwapara Yuga, Arjun, who could hit the eye of the bird with such a precision, Arjun is telling Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, I cannot control. Krishna is telling, I fully agree with you, Asamsayam Mahabaho Manodadnehranchalam. I fully agree with you, Arjuna. Mind is very difficult to control. But Krishna is giving a solution. Abhyas. Abhyas enata kaunteya vairagyena cha drishyate. Practice and detachment. You all agree with whatever I am going to tell. Whatever are your attachments. Yesterday you meditated. Past 1 week you meditated. They are there in the back of your mind. And you are very inspired to achieve those. Your first round of chanting that will come. Second round of chanting that will come. Third round of chanting it will come. 13th round of chanting also will come. Because Hare Krishna mantra is power. It has to empty everything, send all the junk out. It will send it out. But your mind says, I want it. I love it. And immediately you're chanting, it will push it out. Mind says, I want it. So it will push it out. Who is pushing? Harinam. Who is bringing it out? You. We. In other words, 16 rounds over, you are green card conscious only. You are not Krishna conscious. Or your children conscious only. Or, career conscious only. Hare Krishna mantra has that power. It will push it out, but you will bring it. It will push it out. Finally, Harinam understands. I have to cleanse it. But you say, I want it. Then all right. Srila Prabhupada said it is not easy. That's why Prabhupada told him it takes 40 years. Why? Slowly. Because our mind is storehouse, repository of so many unwanted things not connected to Krishna. Then what is the end result? Harinam is pushing. It's like taking Tylenol in the morning or taking medicine in the morning and exactly eating the food which will counteract that, which will, um, which will nullify the effect of that medicine in after 2 hours. Whose mistake? My mistake. So that's why determination is very important. Determination is very, very, very important. Hanuman is flying. He flew 800 miles. He was not tired. Ramayana explains, Aishwarya, wealth. Where is wealth? You don't see an entire Ramayana. You don't see Hanuman touching coin. I forgot that verse, So Valmiki says, what is the first wealth of Hanuman? He jumped over 800 miles, but he was not even tired. Sometimes we chant 16 rounds. Tired. Sadhaka, quoting this example of Valmiki, Sadhaka should not be tired after 2 hours of meditation. After jumping 800 miles, Hanuman was not tired and fully ready. I'm on a mission. to search Mother Sita. And his elements are very active. If you are tired, difficult, No. And Purushadamsaka Matrena, he made himself like a cat size. Cat can see in the night. Moon came in the sky. So he made himself into a cat. Means his faculties, his intelligence is very sharp. I should not be visible to anybody. That is another Aishwaryam, another wealth. What is the third wealth? He was entering, Lankini stopped him. Hey, you're a monkey, hold on. She agitated him. But Hanumanji is on a mission. If I unnecessarily quarrel, everyone will come to know. And Lankini is actually a subtle body. That's why she could trace him. And Hanumanji didn't trace, he was trying to slowly enter, but she stopped him. And though he was agitated, she tried to agitate him. He didn't. He was, no, I just came to enter, first of all, she was shocked. Hey, how come a monkey? How is it monkey is able to come to the island? You have to fly 800 miles, the nearest earth. And what she did? Smashed him to kill him. She smashed him to kill him. Anybody would have become a chutney, literally. It is Hanumanji. So you are exploiting my weakness, you're exploiting my humility, and he punched her. She fell down. Because you're a lady, I spared, otherwise I would have killed you. And I said, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Because he doesn't want to create a scene. That is the third Aishwaryam. Then, so this kick is enough for her. She will not tell anybody. Then he entered every home. Every home. And it's all filled with the golden Lanka. He was not tempted by that. And he was seeing night. Some people enjoyed, the women are enjoying, some people are drinking. They're all demons. Some are looking exceptionally beautiful. Some are naked. Some are semi-naked. Without being agitated by what he is saying. When he saw rich and opulence, without being tempted by opulence, he continued his job. That is another Aishwaryam, another opulence. And then he saw Raman. And then he saw Mandodari. So it's almost, now it's early morning. He have been searching without being tired. So Valmiki mentions these are all his wealth. Wealth means opulence. Wealth is not money. It's just a papers. TOVP people came and said, we are offering the real wealth. We are taking your papers. Rajvilas made a statement. I told him, you need to have a lot of guts. He said, Prabhuji, I depend on Narsingdev. Narsingdev will give. He said, in reality, we are giving the real wealth. Few years later, their money, that they will be there, but that money will be there, they won't be there. That time, our wealth will help them. I said, you have a lot of faith. Amazing. Congratulations. So the point is, that is a true wealth. How many in Satyuga till this day, how many princes came and left? How many emperors came and left? Why are we only talking about Maharaj Dhruva? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit, Lord Chaitanya, when they would read this pastime again and again, Lord Chaitanya would cry. Honestly speaking, I was more inspired until now by Prahlad. They would read only these two stories, Prahlad's story and Dhruva story. But both are no connection. But what is Dhruva story? Hey, there is no parallel at all. His situation is different. Prahlad's situation is different. Prahlad's situation is oppressive. His situation is oppressive too, because unfortunately he didn't get his father's support. But he achieved it in 6 months, and with the sheer determination. Oppositions, both they had oppositions, but Prahlad, Dhruva Maharaj thing is a determination. No. Who is our enemy? Not desires, temptations. Who is our enemy? Temptations. The enemies are desires and temptations. Both are enemies. But temptation means a little technical. In 1 second, it will tempt you. Desire is there. So you should be careful about it. So when you go there, when you go to Walmart, your desire will not tempt you, but your temptation will tempt you. Someone has a problem of drugs. Drug is a temptation. Somebody comes, take it, take it, take it. Or gulab jamun, take it, take it, take it. Temptations are deadly. Desires are there. Both are deadly, of course. But which is closer? Temptation is closer. You have to keep on saying no, no. In a weak moment, you'll say yes. That's why our spiritual progress is not based on ashram, saffron. Our progress is based on to what extent I have sharpened my intelligence. To what extent I am able to subdue mind. And even if you are very strong, your friends are weak, you will become weak. This is true with devotees. This is true with the devotees also. One time, one devotee, Govind Prabhu, he said, if you are not deep, you will become victim of surroundings, he said. I have not met him recently. I won't tell him. Prabhu, even if you are deep, you will become victim of surroundings. You should be like a Mahabhagavad devotee. Or go to ISV, ISKCON Silicon Valley. Everyone is distributing books. You will also distribute books. You are whom you associate with. And especially in your mind, this is good. Up to that point, maybe you are very good at cooking and serving Krishna. But when you go there, everyone is doing it, let me do it. You go to another temple where they are reading Bhagavatam, you will read Bhagavatam. We are affected by surroundings, positively or negatively. You cannot avoid. By your good or whatever karma, you rented an apartment. Around that, there are 10. You're not a devotee, I'm talking about. And there are, 10 restaurants where they sell only pizza. And if pizza is not good for your health. And up to that point, you're a South Indian, like only idli. In less than 1 month, you'll be addicted to pizza also. Because there's no choice. That's why Bhagavatam class, speaker may be telling anything, so many things. The practicality. If speaker cannot give a reasonable solutions, or if you cannot find a reasonable solution to your problem, Bhagavatam class will become theoretical. How many of you understand? How many of you agree? That's why advertisement industry, Dhyayata Vishayan Pumsa Sangasteshu Pajayate. That's how I developed faith in Bhagavad Gita. This verse, multi-trillion-dollar advertisement industries depend only on this verse and the next one. Wow. Why they have to go to forest where you are not distracted? But Srila Prabhupada, what a great personality Srila Prabhupada. Stay in the society, do sadhana, but work against the fight against the evils of the society. Do you know one thing? You have unlimited grace of Radha Gopi Janavallabha. I'm talking about the devotees who are serving. Why? Because you are doing Radha Gopi Janavallabha and Nitai Pratpan Gaurari. You are doing Lord Chaitanya's job, Srila Prabhupada's job. And they love you so much. But what you have to do? You have to continue. To continue, what do you need? Determination. He made a nice statement going through one time. Practicing bhakti in material world is like pouring oil in the water. They will never mix. Practicing bhakti in material world is like a very incompatible situation. Oil and water, they never mix. So never think a day will come where situation, everything will become better and you'll chant your rounds. Never. On the last day also it will not happen. Always there you have enough problems. Adhyatmika, adidevika, adibautika. Misery due to body and mind, misery due to some living entity, and misery to some living entity, misery due to material nature. These three things will continue to torment us. But we have to somehow make Krishna consciousness as a priority. Srila Prabhupada said, material world is like ocean. Krishna consciousness is like a boat. So then one devotee asked, so Prabhupada, then if it is ocean, there will always be waves. So waves will stop. Prabhupada said, waves will never stop. But your ability to maneuver the boat over a period of time, your ability to maneuver the boat increases. So whichever way will come, you will handle it. That's the power of Krishna consciousness. The two waves are there only in the middle, in the beginning. But once you go a little deeper, there are no waves. So if the initial sadhaka, the initial practitioner is like a tiny bird. See this small, what do you call sparrow? Tiny, tiny birds. If you see them, they flap their wings like anything. And that is like a beginner. But if you see further, little higher, an eagle. You don't see eagle flapping the wings. And suddenly eagle is going, the wind changes. What eagle do? Ting. That's it. It will adjust according to the wind. But eagle is not so disturbed. So that is how initially mind gives so much trouble. But over a period of time, when you get used to Krishna conscious lifestyle, you're the true wealthy, you're the true millionaire, not the outsider. Why? Nothing bothers you. Nothing bothers you. How many of you understanding? Like eagle, like initially they have this, they purchase Tesla, they have this, they have this, they have this. And somebody's tempting you, they are the most unfortunate people. Why? Hey, what they are not doing, you're doing, you're ascending like this. A day will come, they say, I'll give you Tesla also. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'll give you jewelry, not interested. Nothing can tempt you. Then you're the king. Go open the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. If you have that mentality, 2.72, you will enter into the kingdom of God. If you retain the same consciousness, until that point, who's your enemy? Not outsider, your senses. Tani sarvani samyamya yuktasita matpara vasehi yaschindrayani tasya prajna pratishtata. Any one of the whichever sense is weak for you, that will cheat you. For somebody it is tongue, somebody it is skin, sex life. For somebody it is eyes, for somebody it is nose, smell. wherever we are weak, Maya will go and put the finger there only. But in this process, if you pursue chanting your rounds, slowly you will develop determination. That is a true wealth. You know, what is determination? People, they're so determined. I've quoted in my book. This person, I forgot his name, 8 hours he would work on one company Square D. Another 8 hours he would work on another company, PayPal. He made these both the companies billion-dollar companies. Every day he would work 16 hours. And people in MBAs, they study his model. He should be less than 37, 38 now. Very young guy. And what is the use? He doesn't have any faith in Krishna. For him, life is all, he is living in that type of society where money is everything. America means money, money, money. You know? So, but that is useless. He will have few billions and he'll die after some time. Old age comes, money will help. Disease comes, money will help. Death comes, money will help. And you have a problem with the spouse. Actually, Jeff Bezos had $150 billion. His wife sued him, divorced. And suddenly his money came to 75, half. And what a trauma he must have gone through while going through divorce. Material world determination is useless. Whether you're looking for mental satisfaction, sensual satisfaction, or sensual achievements, they're all useless. By the power of time, they'll be swept off. One day, history class, one teacher asked, what are the parallels between Alexander the Great, Akbar the Great, Ashoka the Great? What are the parallels? What are the three things common in these three emperors? One naughty boy got up and said, they are all dead and gone. First common thing. History means what? History means what? You're talking about dead people. How many of you agree? You know, when I came to America, I don't know what to do. Also, I want to really prove. I would go on the weekends also to work. One day, somebody saw my enemy. Why are you coming in the weekends? This is Albany is cold. No, I don't know what to do. I don't have anybody here. No, don't come. Now I see it's useless. We would spend so much time, morning to evening, we would watch cricket matches. And next few days, we would give purports. How India lost, how India won. All these guys died. And movies. And we would talk as though that's a real story. But it was actually, this movie was written by a writer. And then playfully, it was directed by a director. And people acted, only put all of us in illusion. Do you know what movie means? They show everything in 1 millimeter screen. For you to watch, you should be in dark. You should be in total darkness. That is a movie. And all the movies I watched, the hero and heroine, they died also. That contamination is there in my mind. The contamination is there in my mind. So anything, that's why be with the material world, but don't be in the material world. Sometimes people nowadays, I hear even devotees, Trump name, I hear more than Krishna's name actually. He is doing this, he is doing that. Students, Trump japi karte ho log. All the students. But what is that? We used to do that. 1992, I feel sad for them. This newspaper Hindu, I really feel sad for that reporter. Continuously would rate the Prime Minister and Finance Minister, their quarrel, VP Singh and Rajiv Gandhi. 2 years later, Rajiv Gandhi died. 7 years later, VP Singh died. This guy reporting throughout his life, his consciousness is saturated with their quarrel. I'm sure he must be alive with all the political quarrels. His brain is saturated with. The point I'm trying to make: anything you put your consciousness in the metal world and try to achieve anything in this with determination, ladies and gentlemen, it's useless. You invest in Harinam. Okay, 20 years, you're a career, you have to prove yourself. If you're a parent, you have to prove yourself. You've taken a lot of loans. It's needed, I'm not denying. But when you're in peace, like the kick goes away, and you're faced with the reality, harsh reality, wake up. Tapodevyam putrakayena sudhiya tasmat brahma sokyam anantam. What problem? What is the problem? You abuse your senses. When you enjoy with the when you enjoy with mind and senses, they become dull. When they become dull, why we cannot do this? We have gone to that level where the senses, they don't listen to us. Try to be awake one day, full day. Next day, you cannot. Or try to fast one day. Next day, what happens? What one day? The moment to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, instead of chanting Hare Krishna, kitchen, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, kitchen, Hare Krishna. Kali Yuga. Prabhupada knew this. Kali Yuga food is in Anna. Energy is in Anna, food. So when the senses are so, by the time you're 25, your senses are so abused. You so much depend on food. Excuse me. Then what happens? You're fully, your consciousness nosedives. You continue in that nosedived consciousness. And if you have some good karma, which is actually bad karma, you always you put your consciousness, I have this much money, I have this, my spouse, my children. But your consciousness is in way so low, so low. And you leave the world. I will not tell you one president of the world. His advisor is telling America only. I have never seen such a peaceful death. Means he is trying to tell the world, you lead a life like this, you'll peacefully go to other regions. That is my purport. Srila Prabhupada, 1975 maybe, when he came. Americans have the problem fasting. Years before Prabhupada's, maybe I don't know which year it was. Suddenly Prabhupada announced, today's Janmashtami, we'll fast. Fast? How long? 45 minutes? Papa said a whole day. Prabhupada suddenly announced it. Then see Prabhupada's strength. If you become hungry, we'll give you, that ice sugar cubes, Shrikand. But today is Janmashtami, we will break the fast at midnight. The soul came in the mouth for me. But because Prabhupada's presence, they did it. For next few days, we fasted. It's like your name is going into the Guinness Book of Records, But then Prabhupada came to Newton. The most ecstatic Mangala, the Aarti in the entire year is when? 12 o'clock Janmashtami Aarti. Why? You can break the fast in 15 minutes. But you can break, actually Aarti is 25 minutes. So if you can break the fast in 25 minutes. You can break the fast in 20 minutes. You can break the fast in 5 minutes only, Prabhu. So that enthusiasm, you will jump up and down. Only 5 minutes now. Aarti ended. So as everyone is about to leave, Prabhupada said, we will read Krishna book. We will read Krishna book. Oh, they got up morning 4 o'clock. This is 12 or 1 o'clock in the midnight. We'll read Krishna book, That comes as persecutions. When will the chapter end? Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Chapter entitled comes as persecutions. Haribol! Prabhupada said next chapter. They are all 21, 22. And Prabhupada is 75 means he is 80. 80-year-old with the back erect. Prabhupada is fully, Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Prabhupada said next chapter. The trading went on for a long time. And practically, even the reader was falling asleep. One person with back erect, Srila Prabhupada. What a spiritual strength Prabhupada had. And finally, Prabhupada said, looks like you're all very tired. You should go and take prasad. The moment the prasad word entered, so many were already asleep. When that word entered prasad, million times loud, Haribol! They went take. So what can we do? Kaliga products. That's why tapodevyam putragayena sudhiya tasmat brahmasaukyam anantam. And whatever the Hanumanji's opulence side said, today material education, nobody reads Hanumanji's opulences. What is our opulence? A PhD. One scientist said, throughout my life, I worked on electron and proton. And fag end of my life, I am working on what is keeping the electron and proton together, the God behind these two, the energy. Just matter. But here, what is Srila Prabhupada's determination? I have a seminar actually on determination and mercy. One should be determined. Why people don't join full time? You're so brainwashed for 25 years. If you make money, you'll be happy. You'll never join full time. Who is our enemy? Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj says, terrorists are our enemies. Who are the terrorist centers? Universities. Where we are sending our children. I want my child to be Krishna conscious so that he will excel as a doctor and engineer. But he comes and tells parents, I want to join full time. Definitely not. That mistake you should not do. But make money and you'll be happy. Parents are also brainwashed. That's why nobody joins full time. To the extent even people are not willing to join Vanaprastha also. Then what happens? Dhruv Maharaj qualities, they remain theory only. What can we do? Stay where you are. Be Krishna conscious. Madhudisha Prabhu did a great job for Prabhupada. He preached extensively in Australia. He was an American. He went to Australia and preached. Suddenly he disappeared. And then Prabhupada said, where is my Madhudisha? He was GBC Australia, but got married. He have sannyas. But how can he show his face to Prabhupada? He can, but finally one day he picked up strength and he came to see Prabhupada. When a sannyasi falls down, the guru gets a lot of bad karma. Prabhupada gave gifts to Madhudisha Prabhu and said, make your wife Krishna conscious. No problem. You are not properly situated. That's why this thing happened. And Prabhupada told him Gajendra story. Prabhupada told him Gajendra story. Gajendra, his blood is being sucked. He did not have anything to eat. Crocodile situated in his elements, water. And crocodile is getting the blood. That's why crocodile becomes strong. So Prabhupada was encouraging, maybe this is not a proper ashram. Now you got married. Now you are situated in proper ashram. Continue Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada is telling he didn't even touch. Hey, you fell down and I have incurred heavy bad karma. He didn't speak. Prabhupada encouraged you. And Prabhupada recounted and recollected all the great things he did. Madhudisha Prabhu felt so happy, elated, and he continued service. So the point is, rather than focusing on weaknesses and being depressed, ladies and gentlemen, we should focus on our strengths. You are chanting 16 notes. We are fortunate, a million times more fortunate than the rest of the world. Just continue doing it. Krishna will pick us up one day, maybe tomorrow or very soon. This what is the lesson? Lesson is take an inspiration, 5-year-old boy. These things should not depress us. They should inspire us. Amazing, what a personality, huh? Wow. First month, he ate only fruits on every third day. Then the second month, he ate dry leaves on 6th day. Third month, he drank water on 9th day. Fourth month, he was breathing on 12th day. That is the real grace. Guru's grace. What is the prelude to spiritual? What is the first step of bhakti? Sense control. Srila Prabhupada didn't tell us to do all these things. Eat only prasad. First application. If you take a vow, what is our application? These verses, I will eat only prasad. You make so much progress. I will not eat outside. First application. What is second application? I will finish my rounds before 9 o'clock, before going to work. You know, Adi Gadadhar chant 64 rounds. Doctor. Wife doctor. One day I called him, how many rounds you chant? 70. 70. Yeah, by your grace. And Adi Gadadhar, how you're able to do it? You know, you're Grostha. You know, we cannot do it. He said, this is the thing that will come with me. I think he does fast. He takes 6 hours, 3 to 9. And that's what he does. Amazing. You know, this is the thing that will come with me. Why not I invest? I'm not telling you to follow. I'm just telling you to inspire. I'll tell you, Srinivas Gopal Prabhu, I see him every day. One time I was upset. Hey, every day you chant in the night. You know, he said, Prabhuji, I increased my rounds. This is the second set, 16, second 16. I said, very good. You know? And somebody actually told me, Ram Kumar Prabhu, when he stops on the signal, he has a book on his thing. He by heart, he like memorizes the verses. Amazing. Wow. You know? And our Amshnita Prabhu, Parmeshwar Mataji, you know, he goes and he waits for her and she cooks here, she cooks in Detroit temple. Perfect. What a determination. You know, she's not, she comes back at 11 o'clock sometimes. Amazing. So, that is a determination. You know, this is what I'm good at. You know, you do that. Satsruva comes to Mangalarti and our Kishore Krishna Prabhu comes to Mangalarti. Hamamataji comes to Mangalarti. Rasigabu used to drive Mangalarti from Rochester Hills every day. And Prathamataji, she would come. Whenever husband, he would stay at home, she would come. Whenever he would come, she would stay at home. So these are the things where we can take inspiration more for me. You know, make your temple home. Make temple your home during weekends. Make your home temple Monday to Friday. Bhagavatam class should inspire you not to yell at your family members. You know, respect them with gratitude. Krishna is happy. Otherwise, you chant 64 but gives left and right to family members. What is the use? Very important is also behavior. You know? How many of you agree? Behavior. You know? I'm just quoting these examples. I'm sure every one of you have, you have, without your service temple will not go forward even one day. I cannot mention everyone's name here. So I'm very inspired, but at the same time, we should not become proud. Because you only know your weaknesses. I don't know. I know my weaknesses. Real spirituality is you have to plug the weaknesses and enhance your strengths. You go forward. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he loved Kuala Sridhar. He loved Shuklambar Brahmachari. Shuklambar Brahmachari was happy begging door to door. And nobody respected Shuklambar Brahmachari. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed what happened in Gaya first time in Shuklambar Brahmachari's home. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shivered when Vasudev Datta asked, "My Lord, when I see my brothers and sisters, these humans, languishing in the cycle of birth and death by the power of Maya, give me their karma and I'll go to hell eternally, and you take them back to Godhead." Lord Chaitanya shivered. And he loved him. But he also equally loved Shivananda Sen, who would work only 6 months. And that money he would use to take all the people to Puri, arranging their accommodation and stay on daily basis. Please don't do what you cannot do. Do what you are good at with determination. And that will make you very dear to Krishna. Just because Adi Gadar, I just quoted example, no, you don't need to do it. I told the same thing to one professor. Then he said, wait. And he told me schedule. Do you really want me to increase my rounds? I said, no. Just do what you are doing. So I'm just quoting this example just to inspire you, but not to depress you. My request to you, do what you are good at. After Nityananda Prabhu left, Jahanavi Mata was the leader for all the Vaishnavas, the sole leader. But during Keturi festival, she just cooked. She didn't do the fundraising, she didn't do the planning and promote how to promote Krishna consciousness. She didn't do that. She's a simple lady, mother. She cooked, but one thing she did, she didn't eat. Everyone ate. Servers ate. Finally, the last one to eat is Mother Jahana. That is her motherly love. But Narottam Thakur, Srinivasacharya, and and Shyamananda, they were sitting at her feet. So sometimes we think like this. We should do Herculean tasks just to get Krishna's mercy. Not necessary. Do what you're good at. Jiva Goswami writes, this Pujari, I'm very grateful, I forgot his name. This, if that Pujari had not been doing that Pujari service, very was the time Jiva Goswami had to write the books. Jiva Goswami was very grateful to that Pujari, who was actually the Pujari of Radha Damodar temple. So do what you're good at. But one thing is there. Lethargy is an enemy. Laziness is an enemy. Independence is an enemy. Independent attitude. Complacency is an enemy. Quarreling mentality is an enemy. Having high ego, false ego, is seriously an enemy detrimental to make our progress. My request to you, you should work on those things. I'm really inspired by what Dhruv Maharaj did it. I'm also inspired by all of you by your wonderful example on daily basis. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any question or comment? Maharaj.
One frivolous point and then I have two serious observations that the here Dhruv Maharaj was the
Can somebody give the mic if mic is there? You go ahead.
after 12 days, he took the next breath. But a human breath is per minute is around 12. So that's the steps of this one. You were talking about mice and everything. So, but some serious observation. So one is you mentioned about Hanuman when he approached Lanka, and there he didn't make a scene. So I think it's an important point there to somehow maintain a low profile, because anytime when someone doesn't maintain a low profile, then there's always some problem waiting there. That's at least the observation I made from what you said. And the second thing you mentioned about is like how when we chant, we think the problems will, some material problems will get solved, but they're not. But what we observe, at least my thing I observed over the course of time, is the problems seem to be only increasing, the material problems over time, and it requires way more spiritual maturity to handle bigger problems. Like 25 years ago, my problems, where if I prayed to Krishna for a few minutes, most of the times my material problems used to get solved. But these days, no matter what I pray, it is so hard that most of the times I just give up on those problems. And that it's probably not going to go away. Even if it's going to get solved, some bigger problem is going to come anyway in a few days. So it's just that the problem is not going to go. And it's only getting bigger day by day. So
What is the question?
it's just, it's not really question.
That's a comment.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I can tell, can somebody turn on that thing? It's not working actually. No. Speak. This is not on. That one. Now it's on. So actually, I want one thing. I'll tell you, Prabhuji. Whenever some people they told me that's my weakness too. If you think time will solve the problem, don't do that. There are a couple of people told me in the past. Yeah, Krishna has given us intelligence, so we should utilize our faculties, our especially intellectual faculty to solve the problem. If we cannot go to somebody who can add few more brains and do the brainstorming and find a solution. Otherwise, three things: fire, spark of fire, debt, and one more: health. If you don't address them on time, they will cause havoc. Health. You have to address them. They should be totally they should be removed. Enmity, actually Chanakya says, enemy also. They should be removed totally. If you don't address ill health immediately, if you don't address spark of fire immediately, and what third one I said? Debt. It will keep on accumulating in the interest, So they should be addressed. If you sleep on them, they'll become bigger problems. It's very important. Any question or comment anyone wants to add? Yes.
Fiction. I was thinking during your class that for our determination, to keep our determination, as you mentioned one day that we take determination on day one of 1st Jan, and it is gone on at the end and on this thing. So I was just thinking in my life, since I'm practicing and associating with devotees. So, wherever many times I felt in my determination because there was a gap Gap in the sense, there was a time to think about other things, when we are completely doing our thing very seriously, though it is a job because we are married people, so that if I'm taking that also casually, not putting my heart there. So sometimes what happens, I cannot put the same heart in the temple services, So, but there are the chances that we may fail down if we put so much heart, so much greed may come. So how we should balance that actually? And also, this why we are doing that, because you said lethargy and laziness will drag us all the time. And if there is a same gap, Maya will see that gap, because my Guru Maharaj says that having this time is not opulence actually. Lazy. I mean, having what is it? Having free time is not opulence, he said. So how we can balance? Because that side, if you keep full heart, whatever you are doing there, Krishna was also fighting. He was fully absorbed in fighting, but Krishna was there with him.
True.
So how we can, do that? Because that I think that is a trigger for determination. If you keep engage.
Nice question, Tosh. That's why, first of all, Monday to Friday, should listen to the lectures. Our focus, Krishna consciousness should be our focus. If you do Samsiddhar Haritoshanam, if you do your work for the pleasure of Krishna, how do you translate your work into worship? What do you do after hours? Of course, if you do that work, 9 to 5 job for Krishna's pleasure, that is bhakti too. And then you come home and deal with your family members with proper consciousness. You do that for the pleasure of Krishna. Your dealings are also bhakti. But for this 9 to 5 career job and 6 to 10 o'clock in the night, the dealings with family members, if you do both of them for the pleasure of Krishna, and if you sleep 10 to 6, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. or 10 to 5, 4, whatever, I have to do the same thing for Krishna's pleasure tomorrow. Let me give rest to the body. And with that motive, you sleep. That sleep also becomes bhakti. For all the three things to fall in place, you get up in the morning and you have to chant your rounds nicely. Otherwise, it will become Vacha Vedantam. Means you will pick up ISKCON. Problem is you pick up philosophy in 3 years. So you pick up philosophy in 3 years. Now you learned this. So you will tell this to other people also. 9 to 5 is a career. 10 to 6 is evening, 6 p to 10 a.m. is family, social life. Career, social life, 9 to 5, 6 to 10, 6 to 10, and sleep. But if your chant rounds are not very good in the morning, after taking bath, which you have purified your body with the bath, now you have to purify your heart also. You have to chant your rounds nicely. While going to work, you should listen to Srila Prabhupada, spiritual master, or other gurus nicely. Then you'll be able to do your triangle nicely. But the moment you get the opportunity, especially weekends, you should run to hear from devotees, so that your determination, you'll stay focused on your determination. Otherwise, metal world is there only to distract you. It is very distractive. And yes, nowadays, countries like America, capitalist countries, where for every dollar they give, they try to get $10 from you. So you become so exhausted. If your rounds are evening rounds, I've seen morning rounds are very good. Afternoon rounds are filled with passion. Evening rounds are filled with tamogana, mode of ignorance. Everyone, those of you who do chanting in the evening, they know their consciousness is filled with other things. You cannot even fight with your mind to focus on holy name. Weekends, you should run to take the association of devotees. Krishna consciousness should be priority. Then only you'll make it. Probably I'll tell you, sometimes I think we are living in the temple, it's like a fort. Still, it is difficult. How these congregation members, how they handle, sometimes I think actually. It's very distractive. So you have to make, once you come home, Your temple and your home environment should remind you Radha Gopijan Vallabha, Nitaya Patman Gaurare, temple. Your family member should remind you. If they are not reminding you, then everyone will go down. Everyone's consciousness goes down. You know, we should make bhakti as a priority. It's very important. Weekends, you should run to do service, to eat prasad, to hang on with devotees and discuss Krishna Katha. For that, you must have read something. If you have not read, definitely we'll talk about cricket stumps or, some trump or stump. So you'll all talk about that's it. Or India politics, America politics. Why? You have not read. Yeah, trust me, even if you have not read, just talk to devotees. Arey, what a dressing it is. This is the dress. This is the dress they put it. Radha Gojan is so beautiful. So if you saturate your consciousness, if you bathe your consciousness with the beauty of Radha Gopijan Alva, that will protect you from the contamination. Radharani looked so nice. Krishna looked so nice. The Krishna looks so nice. And the decoration is so wonderful. Amazing. So what you're doing by saying these things, because you cannot create any vacuum in the mind. It has to be filled with something. Either you fill with Rat or you fill with Krishna. Choice is yours. One point I want to add is the determination is 3 types. 18th chapter Bhagavad Gita. The determination that you see in the material world, passion and ignorance, it is good for nothing. It will bring you some name and fame, or it will trigger envy from others. It's not good. Real determination is mode of goodness, and higher than that is determination that is transcendental. So the proper determination, not a determination. Saraswati Thakur determination chanted 192 rounds for 9-10 years. He prayed for the people whom he would never see. That is a transcendental determination. Wow. Any other question or comment? Yes.
You said desire in the temptations. But good, because of desires, temptations are there.
Because of the desires?
Temptations are there. Suppose a person is walking, if I'm a drunkard and walking to the wine shop, so I'll be tempted. If I don't drink, then even though I'm going to across the wine shop, I won't be tempted. So, isn't the desires more powerful than temptation? I'm trying to understand how it's working.
Basically, temptation is also a desire, but every time it comes, you do it. That's how I'm telling. Desire is a superset. Temptation is a subset. Temptation means you already, every time it comes, you do it. Or you tend to do it. You're pulled. Maybe that time for example, Gulab Jamun is there. There are 3 devotees. Take it on. When nobody is there, you'll go for it. So, temptation is a desire too. But you have given it. You have given yourself. You're lost. So, not all the desires you fulfill. Some desires you fulfill. Those desires I try to fulfill. That is temptation. Okay. Thank you. I think we'll end it here. Thank you very much. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च विष्णु अनंत
Thank,
श्रील प्रभुपाद की।
thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.